happens unless the wine is sweeter than the chocolate, because then it makes the wine taste bitter.
Yeah.
So that's mostly dessert wines. Okay. However,
site is directly associated with my own taste buds because I'm like salivating just looking at it. So some of them we hand paint, which you'll see some of the honeybee. That makes sense because it looks so uniform.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm like, is it right? It's really good. That's it. That's my review. Just wow. It just looks so uniform that it has to be something that's consistent.
Yeah. But like I was saying, the pattern on here, it looks like that sun glare from your wine.
Of this pairing specifically, with the more of the GSM and the burrito.
I like it. I like it a lot, honestly. I don't, something about like the sweetness, but then also the meatiness of it. It just goes really well together. What about you?
It's something I wouldn't have considered too with the GSM and a burrito, and I think oftentimes burritos and Mexican food at large are kind of hard to pair with a red wine, but this is perfect. Usually I would pick a rosé or a white wine, but this is, I think it's the Syrah in it, because it is a GSM, so I feel like the Syrah sweetness with the mole,
so
perfect.
Good. Yeah, like exactly what you said. You don't think about pairing a burrito with a wine.
Right,
it's
and
really
especially when there's a red sauce. And there is a little bit of spice to it, but I think the sweetness is what really makes it friendly to the red wine too.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, so good.
They're so thoughtful in how they paired the chocolate too, because I think a lot of people think of wine and chocolate and are like, yeah, that pairs great, but not always. So it was really interesting that they did a little palate refresher with every quart. Like the pasta. So we had a cocoa pasta. I would have never thought of cocoa being in pasta, but it didn't taste, fully chocolatey. And I think the ravioli bit of it, I don't actually have a lot of ravioli, so that was an interesting pairing with the grenache.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. So I feel like my favorite pairing so far is the cocoa pasta with ravioli and grenache. Although I think I would like also this open mic with that. I feel like that might actually work well too, because like it's kind of like the same idea where there's like a little bit of that savory on top of like that sweetness.
I can see that 100%, and I think just the smell of them too. We were talking earlier just about the aromatics.
Yeah.
It just smells like spring, and I think a lot of people do this thing where it's like, okay, red wine for winter, and then we switch to rosé in the spring and the summer, and it's like, no, have all year long. And
there's
this is the
light
perfect
reds.
example.
Yeah, there's light reds that you can have during spring and summer, which
I love it. I'm
chill
really excited.
It a little bit, sit in the sun.
I'm just really excited for the cheesecake.
Oh my God, me too.
I'm such a cheesecake fiend. We were talking earlier about sweets, and I just feel like I've been staring at that on the menu the whole time.
And then the Biscoff. I'm guessing that's the crust.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a Biscoff cookie?
Like the cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're like a little bit of sweetness, but not too sweet at the same time. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna go really well.
I think so too, and I just think they were super thoughtful in how they set this up. I've heard such great things about this spot in general, but now that I've been
and experienced
it makes sense, right?
Exactly. This is a really good pairing. I think it is very much between the garnache and the ravioli and this and the burrito. The open mic.
For me, it's between everything. Like everything is my favorite.
Right? Oh, no, I dropped my burrito.